Hello and welcome to The Hub on Vital MX, the first episode of the year, because 2025 Monster Energy AMA Supercross is underway. The good news is there is actually not so much to talk about from Anaheim, because for the most part, all of the riders escaped unscathed, which is great news. That's all we can ever hope for from Anaheim 1. But there are still a couple of interesting points to dive into, including a very interesting note from Europe. So let's jump into all of that on The Hub. First, let's start with an interesting quote from Honda HRC's team manager Lars Lindström. This came across in the post-race statement, and he said, "In my opinion, our performance was actually better than it seems, with Hunter moving his way forward in the beginning until his unfortunate crash, and Jet having the fastest lap time by almost a second in the heat race. We definitely need to make some improvements, but at the same time, I do not believe that we need to panic about our results." And it is true. Hunter was, in fact, 4th place when he crashed, and for the most part I feel like all of us, myself included, have overlooked that. Maybe we've all got swept up in the Anaheim 1 drama. Of course, we know that Jet had 2 incidents en route to his 12th place, but San Diego will be telling. Another weekend like that will certainly point to fundamental issues in the HRC camp. What is most interesting is a little note from Europe. Rumours are flying that Tim Geiser has switched from Showa to KYB. Now, the same rumours suggest that Ruben Fernandez, his teammate, is still on Showa. But interesting, quite a massive switch if so, and it will be interesting to see if that sets off some sort of global chain reaction. Now, jumping into the rider updates from Anaheim, Malcolm Stewart scared everyone with a horrific crash in the heat race. He was down for some time, he was visibly winded, but he returned for the LCQ and actually secured a very respectable 10th place in the main event. Although Malcolm is fine, no significant injuries, he did take days off this week to recover, which points to the fact that he was obviously quite battered and bruised. But he should be 100% for San Diego, so watch this space. Derek Kelly was also very, very lucky. He had a vicious crash in daytime qualifying and was carted off in a neck brace. But he later took to social media to confirm that although he is super sore and beat up, there is nothing broken, and actually he hoped to get on the bike midweek to prepare for San Diego. So clearly he really did do well to escape as healthy as he is. Unfortunately, on the other end of the spectrum, Evan Ferry didn't even crash. He barely made a mistake. I almost feel like it's a mistake to call it a mistake, but he cased a jump ever so slightly and tore his Achilles. He's had surgery and he is now on the mend. Heartbreak for Evan, who actually was very, very impressive up until that moment. Small sample size, sure, but it certainly looked like he had made significant improvements in the off-season. Everyone knows that Levi Kitchen of Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki withdrew from Anaheim 1 with an illness. Now it's been confirmed that Ty Masterpool, not Drew Adams, will jump in to 250SX West in his place effectively starting this weekend. This is a brilliant setup for Masterpool. It's a weaker field, he doesn't have the pressure of points, he can really learn and grow in Supercross without the immense pressure that would have been on him at the first round of 250SX East. Truthfully, the East Coast is going to be so deep that it would have been near impossible for Masterpool to get close to the top 10. Now, in 250SX West, he can dream of top 5s potentially, which would be a massive step forward from where he has been previously. You can bet on the Super Motocross World Championship now, and odds are out for this weekend in San Diego. Interestingly, both Chase Sexton and Eli Tomac, despite being so incredible at round 1, their odds are still quite favourable. Bet $20 on Chase Sexton, win $166. Bet $20 on Eli Tomac to win $133. Not bad at all. I feel like those are certainly enticing and a nice opportunity to potentially win some money. Head to the Super Motocross social media pages to find out how you can bet and get involved. Full steam ahead now to San Diego. The weather looks great. No threat of rain like we had in San Diego last year. And not only that, but if you need more on-track action, over in the UK, the second round of the British Arena Cross Championship will take place in London. It is that series that Dean Wilson is currently competing in. They also have a live stream, so if Monster Energy AMA Supercross is not enough to fill your boots, maybe check out what's happening at Wembley. That's all from us. We will be back on Friday with action from Press Day. For your information, Jorge Prado, Jason Anderson, Jet Lawrence and Hunter Lawrence headline Press Day at San Diego. And of course, stay tuned to Vital MX for all that happens at round 2 of Monster Energy AMA Supercross.